Well, there have been strong hints that in next month's budget that the universal social charge will be cut. The question really is by how much or where will the cuts come? And can a cut help employers whose staff are at the lower end of the pay scale to retain staff? Our reporter Emma McNamara has been speaking to the owner of one medium-sized business, Paddy Matthews in Dundalk.
This is what we've paid so far for 33 weeks. Employer PRSI is 92,000. Employee PAY is 48,000. Employee PRSI 35,000. Employee USC is 30,000. That's what they've paid so far this year. So it's a lot of money going to the revenue from one little company.
Paddy Matthews has been running his coach company for 20 years. He has 35 of his own coaches and hires in another 12.
I have 3 children of my own, and at that time we had 3 foster children and myself and Mary, so we couldn't fit them into a car, so I bought a little minibus to cart us around. We started off the kind of school run, a few football runs, bingos, and it just grew from there. But this year so far the numbers are up about 20% on last year, which we're carrying about 5,000 passengers a day now, so it's getting there.
Paddy has 52 full-time drivers, which he says is not enough, and that's down to pay. Some drivers think they'd be better off on welfare. At the moment, 19 drivers are being trained in a scheme run by the Department of Social Welfare and the Louth Meath Education Training Board. Paddy will employ some of them.
Like some of the office staff that have been promoted to were drivers, they're in doing coordinating tours, they're coordinating golf trips, they're doing different things, but a lot of the time they're spread out on the road driving again.
Is the position of driver a well-paid one?
Unfortunately not. As I say, we pay an awful lot of tax every year to keep our fares low, and everything else is kept low. The wages is kept low, the profits are kept low. There
is talk that in the next budget the universal social charge will be reduced. Would that make a difference? Do you think they'd hold on?
It would make a slight difference. Like you're talking about £7 a week, price of a pint.
A cut in the universal social charge from 7 to 6% would give €187 to someone on the average industrial wage of just over €36,000 and €525 to those on $75,000 and above.
We're carrying 5,000 passengers a day. That's a mixture of students and workers. If all those workers are saving that and maybe more, but Ben to put a lot more money into the economy, and if it was done away with altogether, that would be a different story.
The USC makes up nearly 10% of government revenue. Reducing it to 6% would cost €364 million. So presumably there'd be cuts elsewhere.
It's the cart before the horse job, you know what I mean? Like it's penalising the little man all the time. But look, we can't do without our workers, we can't do without our staff, and it's there, we have to pay it, and that's the bottom line. But I'm happy enough that the government are doing enough for us, probably by training, putting this facility in place, and I suppose maybe part of our USC contribution is going towards that training to get these guys off the social welfare. And as more people come off the live register, I suppose things will get a little bit stronger in the tax take, and then maybe we can reduce these other taxes. So.
Your fear is that some of these guys, maybe the recently qualified guys who are doing the course at the moment, or the guys that already work and drive for you, will feel the calling back to construction if that takes off?
Well, it is taken off, and it has taken off. As I say, I would use the link roads there, because every time you go up the motorway, if you look to the left or the right, you see where all the cars are parked off and the guys going off in the builders' vans. We can see it in the mornings as we're approaching Dublin, the amount of extra white vans that's on the road, people getting involved in the construction.
Paddy Matthews of Matthews Coaches speaking to our reporter Emma McNamara.